Censor exposing cheaters? The Call of Duty community is buzzing with the recent activities and tweets from Call of Duty professional Doug Censor Martin for what Censor claims is a foolproof way to finally determine who is, isn't, or previously has used hacks. By diving into the back end of a cheat provider's servers and somehow matching up their cheating subscriptions with their Activision IDs. But I, for one, am detecting a bit of scent of, Yep, that's the sweet scent of bullshit I smell. And listen guys, I know we all want this to be real, but sadly it's not. And I'll explain exactly why I feel this way about everything Censor had to share on a video that begins right now. What's up, what's good YouTube? Hope all is well and welcome back to the channel everybody. I'm Hapa, and on today's video I want to talk about Call of Duty Professional Censor and this supposed groundbreaking technology that he stumbled upon. Now if you guys haven't heard, Censor introduced a person going by the name of X who allegedly recently produced a program that can search the database of a cheat provider and match it with their Activision ID, thus being able to connect the user of the cheat subscription with the Activision ID that they were using at the time that they injected the cheats. And so far this program only conveniently works with Vanguard and with the users of one specific Call of Duty cheat provider. But as they stated, there's plans to develop the product to be compatible with other cheat providers and other games such as Warzone. Not only is Censor farming impressions with his interactions and bold promises of a functioning program that actually exposes cheaters, his recent promises to get to the bottom of Nadia and her cheating allegations has provoked Nadia to apparently, according to Censor, reach out to him, causing a bit of a kerfuffle during a tense back and forth. To which at the conclusion of this back and forth, Censor took to Twitter and his Twitch stream to share the DMs between himself and Nadia, calling Nadia weird for saying those things and that he felt she was scared.
Nadia messaged me last night, guys. I got a DM from Nadia last night. I think she's scared. She said I don't cheat. She straight up just DM'd me saying I don't cheat. And I was like, look, I don't care what you say to me. If you're not cheating, I will know. If you're cheating, I will know. I'm inevitable. Either way, I'm gonna know if you're cheating or if you're not. So the video is gonna... my goal is to make the absolute most credible video on the subject of Nadia cheating on the internet.
But I actually made a video that I didn't release the other day, mainly because of the new developments with this situation that reinforced my initial beliefs. So I wanted to give this video my fair assessment of what I truly feel is going on here.
He made a brand new account, called it Spooked. You search.
Is it just looking for usernames on the cheat website? Because what's stopping someone from like impersonating someone and downloading cheats? And
well, it gives the actual Activision ID as well, the specific ID of the Activision.
Okay.
If you use this cheating website, specifically this cheating website, it will give the exact Activision ID.
Is this cheating website like a real popular one?
Yeah, it is. That's why I blocked it with you, Pat. Back it up right there, Tom.
Is it the Activision ID that's registered on the website or actually using the cheats?
Actually using the cheats. Literally using the cheats itself. And that's what you're going to see here. So
okay, so let's fast forward a little bit here until it pops up. Okay, so right there when it says current index found. So right here, what is this, Doug? What is this? This is
That's the specific Activision ID that launched Vanguard with the cheats.
Okay, so clearly the program works.
I don't think that's how it works.
No, you manually search the name from this cheating website from January 1st to now on Vanguard specifically.
You have to search the name?
And you launch Vanguard with this cheating software once, it will pop up in this software if you literally search the name.
Now after watching that footage, three things stick out in my mind. First off, that's Phantom Overlay. Now initially I thought the cheat provider in question was going to be artificial aiming simply because they use a patch guard, which is virtually a cracked OS that allows them to have basically backdoor access to your PC that would allow for a program like this to actually function. Although I don't see a 17-year-old kid being smarter than the entire team at artificial aiming, that was just my initial assessment. But after seeing the loader, even though Censor tried to block it out, that's definitely Phantom Overlay. And with a minimal amount of research, I found this on the homepage of Phantom Overlay's website, and their owner Ziebler, who issued a statement in regards to the claims that this kid Censor is working with has infiltrated their back end and now has the capability to execute his program on their database. Claims made by content creator recently or false. If you review the media from the content creator, you will be able to see the hacker involved is faking it. He clearly made a program that returns nothing when a string is first searched, then returns a pre-prepared .png file upon the second search. This is a very simple program and involves data that PO does not grab or store. The .png files returned are pre-prepared with the target Activision ID in mind that is already publicly available from a public individual that the content creator wants to ruin. The loader does not grab your Activision, Battle.net, or Steam ID. The loader grabs some hardware identifiers and your IP. This information is encrypted and stored outside of the loader server. The transfer is done securely. The data you provide Phantom Overlay is minimal. For example, we do not accept names, addresses, or phone numbers to be inputted into our website, even during secure card checkout. BTC is accepted if you do not have the technical skills to validate that we use a third-party card processor that utilizes tokenization and has a secure API. Your card data does not touch our servers and is handled securely. What private data we do collect, such as your email address, IP, device information, and private message contents, are stored with our modern overkill security measures. Website backups are handled with very serious security measures. Server access and sensitive website paths are secured heavily. The point is for you to be able to cheat without anybody knowing you're cheating or who you are. That's why I'm here. Read the website footer. This has been my mission since day one. I am a huge privacy advocate. I do not want to know who you are. Just enjoy my cheats. Again, I'm a little torn here because I know exactly how easily it was for Golden Gun cheats, now AC Diamond, to DDoS POs back in, causing their customers not to be able to inject their cheats. But on the other hand, without the software being publicly available for those with the proper knowledge to confirm or deny the actual functionality of the program, you can't really call any of these names that it spits out as proof that they're indeed cheating. I do know at least one person whose name was brought into this has already deleted their socials, and another was released from their gaming org for what the org says, whether this is true or not, which to me is, well, to me that's opening yourself up for a lawsuit, whether the person is cheating or not. In a court of law, that's gonna look like, yeah, we broke contract because, you know, the public was, you know, being mean and we just didn't want to take the hate on Twitter, so we broke the contract. Yeah, breach contract. I can go ahead and reach out to this girl and settle out of court before you look stupid. Otherwise, you guys are going to end up looking like Noah Katz and Artisan Builds, except without the whole bankruptcy until you have to pay her. But honestly, they could have looked these people up and they could be cheating. They could have used an alternate method to determine that these people were cheating. I mean, you know, much in the same way that people like myself and Bad Boy Beeman and other channels have been doing for couple of years now, you know, where we spend countless hours scouring Discord servers looking for mistakes and commonalities that would link one to nefarious softwares such as Phantom Overlay. And the second thing that sticks out to me is this kid obviously has some form of a technical background, but I feel like he's pretending to know more and be capable of more than he actually is. As I've noticed, when he got asked very technical questions by PC literate people, he gives his best politician's answer by basically saying a lot, using a lot of buzzwords, but not really answering the question.
So I got a couple of questions.
Of course.
Question one, what is stopping this cheating website from like closing the loophole that's allowing you, or loophole or the API that you're triggering here to actually be able to build this tool? Like what's stopping them? Because you're going to kill their business a bit now.
This was not publicly known information until of this point right now. So nothing is stopping them from this point on of just completely stopping everything and completely recoding and obfuscating their database.
Right, go ahead, Ben. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Question two is like on the front of the tool. Why is it so slow to search through the database on this website, like to get a query from it? Why is it not like instant within a second?
These are divided into multiple different partitions that I joined into one with my string splitter. This is written in hex, and you need a debug tool, which is the one that I made to skirt or index through any given values.
Hold on, I'm a little confused. So you're essentially querying a cheating website. You scraping it, or is it like literally a backend access or some other endpoint straight into their database?
This is a complete backend access.
So that's why I'm confused about the multiple partitions, because there exists probably some semblance of a database, and you should be able to query it through an endpoint. So why? I'm confused about the multiple partitions thing. If you can kind of explain why that's necessary.
Not all partitions are obfuscated the same. I only have most of them. I do not have all of them. I assume that the rest of them are served for like yearly members, private members, or those that need vouch codes from other cheating websites or people that need to review their cheats.
So there are potentially people like there are potentially false negatives in this tool.
not false negatives, but there is definitely people that have used it that are not on here.
Okay.
I cannot physically pull all of it, but from all of it I can pull, it is there.
Okay. And then my last question is, like, are you willing to publicly put out the source code for this tool so people could verify that it's like legit, that it's legit querying the site? Obviously that has other implications, but that way, like, in assuming that this gets released and people start getting accused, there's a way to validate that this is actually real.
Yes, all of the repositories will be open and public on GitHub.
I mean, obviously this kid is smart, but you can't be smart enough to code a program like this, but then stupid enough to not realize that making this info and your intent with this provider public knowledge, and then somehow they're not gonna patch the exploit that you're using to access their backend, and then somehow you expect them not to patch the exploit that you're using to access their servers. Either you're really dumb or you're really smart and everybody else is really dumb.
We have people that are stupid.
And the last thing that sticks out to me is this awful feeling that a narrative is about to be pushed on us here. I feel like either Censor isn't smart enough to see it, or he's blinded by his pursuit of the #1 rank spot, or maybe he's in on it. I guess when he gives his 2 cents on what he claims is going to be the most definitive video investigation on Nadia and her cheating allegations, I guess we'll know then. But if you guys want to know what I think he's going to come out with a video and he's going to say, of course she's using a VPN, but it's just a VPN. And as long as it's not used in tournaments to make money, yada, 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 then it's okay. It's just for the content. Thus further pushing the narratives that VPNs are okay and should definitely be normalized. But I wonder if he's going to address the whole unlocker tool thing, where multiple creators proof that she used an unlocker. He probably won't even talk about that. He'll probably casually breeze over that because, he probably didn't hear about it, right? Especially, being the most definitive investigation. And if he does, he's probably going to try to normalize that too. Maybe this is all for clicks and views. I mean, like I said, he did sit in subscriber mode the other night on Twitch for hours, promising to expose some cheaters, and to my knowledge, nothing really actually happened, other than, maybe a few no-name people's getting the shaft. Although it's because of a program that hasn't actually been proven to be real. Maybe he saw Nadia taking advantage of her community and thought to himself, well, it's better than a crypto pump and dump. Side note for everybody who wants to know, we're still working on Hapa Coin. It'll be out there, guys, trust me, and it's going to the moon.
Oh my God, I can't freaking wait.
Now, with all that being said, could I be wrong? Absolutely, I could be wrong. Censor and his partner in crime X could drop that program on GitHub right now and, continue to provide excellent support. And it could expose a whole bunch of streamers that are cheating small to large, effectively causing me to place my foot in my mouth. Just kidding. If you guys want to see that, you're definitely going to have to be subscribed to my OnlyFans. But yeah, I could be totally wrong. And to be honest with you guys, I hope I am. But really, guys, I want you guys to think of the complexities of the program in question here. And then think about one person trying to maintenance this tool versus multiple teams of devs that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month providing cheats. Who do you think's going to win that battle? And then I want you guys to also think, what's the possibility, if this program is real, that they're actually going to expose anything more than smaller names? Let me know down in the comments, should this program be real? Do you think it'll ever be public? Do you think it'll ever expose a large streamer? Do you think it's all BS for clicks and views? It kind of reminds me of the words of British statesman and philosopher Edmund Burke, who said, "The greater the power, the more dangerous the abuse." Catch you guys on the next one.
Hold up, little buddy, what is you doing? Finna go hard, hard, hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist. That for the squad. Know they gon' hate, do what I tell them. Get on your jaw. Work on smooth, I got the moves, I swear to God. Hey, I just dropped 200 on a new way. Pull up with